Are you new to Dubsado and are wondering what Dubsado forms are? Why are there so many types? Which one to use and how to create a basic Dubsado form from scratch? If that's you, in today's video, we are talking about how to create a basic Dubsado form from scratch, basic elements to use while designing a Dubsado form, and we'll end the video with the tip of the week, which is how to make beautiful Dubsado forms using Canva. Before we begin our tutorial for today, a quick mention that there are timestamps in the description below. So if you want to jump to a particular section very quickly, simply click there and you will be there. Let's begin. Now you can access your Dubsado forms by clicking on the templates button and going to the forms section. There are 5 types of forms available by Dubsado: contracts, sub-agreements, questionnaires, proposals, and lead capture forms. They all have their own unique features, but let me share with you basically what each one of them does. Now, lead capture form is basically a form wherein the clients can enter in their name, email address, social media accounts, and answer some basic qualifying questions in order to apply to work with you. Proposals are there for you to send once a client is interested to work with you, wherein you can offer multiple packages for the clients to choose from and they can accept it and finalize a package. Then comes the contract, wherein you and your client can review the terms and conditions while working together and sign the document as well. Sub agreements are the places for more approvals on a project that you are working together on. And the last part, the questionnaires are a kind of document that you send to your client either to receive some information related to the project or share information with your client. For example, it could be a list of questions that you want your client to answer in order to understand the project requirements better. It could be a guideline packet or a welcome packet or an offboarding packet that shares all of the deliverables that you are sharing with your client at the end of the project, or a document to welcome client on board. Now that we know what each of this form basically does, let's create a basic Dubsado form. I'll start with creating a lead capture form first. All I need to do is click on this plus button and it will open up a blank template for me. I'll start with basically renaming this lead capture form and then building the form afterward. In order to create a basic Dubsado form, we have to use elements. Let's walk through what the elements are. The first is a container box for you to organize and arrange your Dubsado elements. Text boxes to write words, sentences, or any form of content. Plus, you can also upload pictures here. Images are, as the name suggests, for you to upload pictures which are on brand and represent what you are trying to say. Short answer questions are fields wherein you want to gather data like client name, company name, email address, their birth dates, event dates, etc. A free response element is for you to ask a question which the client can answer without any limit on character. A date select element is to select the dates chosen by the client. I'll talk about the workflow element in a while. A project tracking element is for you to know exactly where the client is coming from. Maybe a referral, Instagram, other social media profiles, or LinkedIn. A drop-down menu is for the client to select one option from multiple options. A checkbox is to select one or many options given by you. A multiple choice question is for the clients to choose one or multiple answers for the question that you have asked. A file uploader is for the client to upload files or other kind of documents in your form, which can be a PNG image, an Excel file, a CSV file, a doc. The important point here to remember is that Dubsado allows only files of maximum size 5 MB to be uploaded to Dubsado. You can upload as many files as you want, but each file size should be less than 5 MB. The HTML block is for you to add custom CSS codes to make your form basically look more presentable. Now let's create a Dubsado form. A few elements have been already added there by Dubsado by default. So these are name, last name, email address, and phone number. As you can see, these are 4 questions which are taking 4 long rows. I can simply add a container and organize them as one single row. I can click on the container here, choose the container to be of size 4, and I can simply drag and drop them in each of the container. Now to add an image, for example, I want to add a header to this file. I go here, pick the header, adjust the size by adding padding on top or bottom and arranging the size and alignment as well. Let's say I want it to be of percentage 90. You see it has gotten smaller in size. There you have it. You have created a basic Dubsado form. It is as simple as that. Now let's talk about what the special features were that I was about to mention. For a lead capture form, a special feature is the workflow element. You'll see once you drag and drop your workflow element anywhere in the form, it would ask you to select multiple options. So it could be you asking your clients which service are they interested in. So for example, they are interested in if social media management, you can create an option of social media management service and link this to a workflow. So for example, application, done for you application. As soon as someone selects this option and clicks on submit the form, they'll automatically be led towards the application workflow for the done for you service for your social media management service. The special feature for a contract form in Dubsado is availability of space for you and your client to sign the contract. You see, there are spaces, individual spaces for the client as well as you as the business owner to enter in your name, last name, and credentials. And it will automatically capture the date and the IP of the system that is being used to sign this contract. So this is a legal agreement. Sub-agreement is basically an extension of an agreement, which could be maybe approvals on your social media content or a web design content, or maybe the copy for your web design project. It could be anything for you and your client to agree upon and then move towards the next step. The signature area is marked as the signature area wherein you can e-sign the contract. Let's talk about proposals. The special element in a Dubsado proposal is the package option. So you can go ahead and pick a package that you want to add to your proposal that your clients can select. I can go ahead and make edits as well. Let's say I want to pick up a Asana Done With You session. I can change the body and the copy. I can make edits to this package from here, mention the maximum and minimum quantity, settings, when to expire the form, how long would it be active for, how many reminders would you want this proposal to send to your client before the expiry date. Would you want an invoice to be attached to this proposal? Would you want a contract to be attached to this proposal? Does this allow application of discounts if you offer any? So these small little details can all be completed in here in the design, in the settings area of the form. Now coming to the styling section, which font would you want to use? Which style would you want to use? Which size would you want to take up? What should the color of the font should be? And lastly, there would be the option to share this proposal from. Before we start the next section of making beautiful Dubsado forms using Canva, here's a recap of what we have just learned. 1. All 5 types of Dubsado forms have similar basic design elements to design a form. 2. All of Dubsado form types come with a unique special feature associated with them. For lead capture form, it is the option to select workflows. For a contract and a sub-agreement, it is the option for you to sign and countersign the contract and the sub-agreement. For a proposal, it is the option for you to select packages from multiple options offered. And a questionnaire basically has all of these element features, but without any special feature attached to it. Now for this tutorial, let me create a feedback form for my clients. I'll go here and name this questionnaire as the feedback form. I'll start this questionnaire with a header and a footer. I'll pick images element and drop it in the form. I'll duplicate this element and add a header to it. The header is already there in my image library, so I'll find one and pick it up. Now let me also add a footer to this form. I'll share with you how to design these elements in Canva, the header and the footer and other elements as well. But let's say once my header and the footer is ready, I will add some questions to make my form complete. For example, how did you like working with me? Let's pick a drop down on how satisfied are you with your service name? Let's say fully satisfied, neutral, and not satisfied. Remove the other option which we don't need and click on add button. Let's make it a required option as well and save it. I want to add a thank you message as well. So let's add a container box, add my image in one place and a thank you message in the right side. Thank you for your business. Let's say client first name. Please fill out this feedback form. It helps us improve where needed and serve you better in the future. I'll end this with the smiley and regards, Deepti. Now let's add my image from the image library. It's there already. If not, you can go ahead and upload your own picture. I'll find mine. This looks good. I'll adjust the width, let's say 60%, and I'll align it on the right side of the screen. That's it. I'm happy with the questionnaire. I want to add a little space in here between the header and the actual message. So I'll go ahead to the element section again, click on the text box, delete all the text that's there present inside this box, and enter a space. It has created a virtual space for me and it makes my design breathe a little. I can duplicate this space button to make the form look more breathable. I want to add a little space before this question as well. I can easily do it by duplicating this button and dragging the container element in the above section. Now let's say if it is a proposal or even if in the feedback form, I want to add subheadings to it. I can add another image and pick an image from the photo library. Let's say your info, and I'll add more questions to it, the relevant ones. Now, how do you create these graphics and upload these in the files in Dubsado? So here's the trick. I have created these elements in Dubsado. For headers and footers, I've used the dimension 1400 by 800 to design my image element for all of the forms footer. You see all of my forms footer I've created in here, and I'll download it as a PNG file and upload it in the button here. So let's say I want to add an image in here. I click on add files, pick the files from my download sections where you have downloaded your files into and upload it simply. Once the screen line is complete, the file is now uploaded for you to go ahead and select. That's it. I've shared the exact Canva dimensions that I personally use for me and my clients for headers, footers, subtitles, square accents, and testimonials in the description below. If there are more elements you would want me to share dimensions for, please drop them in the comments below and I'll share with you. Now that our form is ready, I want to go ahead and make sure I save all the changes before closing my window down. And that's a wrap for today. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop them in the comments below. You can also follow me on Instagram, wherein I share Dubsado tips and tricks behind the scenes and hacks pretty often. Also, do remember to like and subscribe to my channel and share with your friends who are also learning Dubsado along with you. and be a part of my free Dubsado community for Dubsado beginners to share your experiences, questions, and seek guidance around Dubsado, its elements, and more. You can also check more videos on Dubsado features by clicking here. And that's me signing off for now. Meet you in the next video.